Well, a lot of women are doing science, are in STEM. And one of the interesting things, I chair the economic strategy table for health and biosciences for the federal government, and we just published our report. As part of that, the economic strategy tables, we were fortunate enough to see a report that McKinsey had put out, a global report, I think in some 90 countries, where they've looked at women participation at senior levels and at board tables and so forth, and have statistics that clearly show that where women leadership is there and where women are actively at the table, those companies are actually more successful. But what it also has shown is that in Canada, we were starting to ramp up in STEM, and now we've kind of got to a point where it's sort of just starting to turn the other way, and that's worrying everybody, as to why. I think part of the challenge for women is it's not that they're not going to university and studying STEM, although still less so in engineering, but all the other sciences they are. It's the opportunities that are created for them, and the expectation when it comes to this work-life balance. So organizations need to be more flexible, more creative. I think the leadership in organizations need to draw out these women that have potential. It really makes me crazy when I hear them say, well, we've tried to find women for the boardroom, and we've tried to find women, we can't. Well, that's not true. People are not actively seeking out women to apply for these positions. And women also need to be more proactive. But I think that people, in general, women and people of diversity, don't want affirmative action and don't want quotas. Nobody wants to be hired because you're a quota. They want to be hired because you believe that they have the right skills for the position. But that initial search and getting them to the interviews and to the table and to the application needs effort, and it needs effort on both sides. And I think that's one of the problems that exists. The other is that genuinely the kinds of policies, workplace policies in every organization are not conducive to that balance where childcare is involved. And we need to be a bit more thoughtful about that and think about that. And frankly, that's important both for men and women. So I think there's some active things that need to be done, but bottom line is that this has to be driven from the top. It has to be the leadership that's committed to it. They don't just articulate it in a policy, but they actively seek out right candidates to be part of their team and show the rest of the organization that they're serious about it.